Speaker Johnson says he doesn't have an appetite to fund Ukraine anymore. What? Where has this come from all of a sudden? I think he read the tea leaves and know that the majority of Americans don't care about any of these foreign wars that's going on right now. We basically have a war going on inside our country with these open borders that's not being taken care of. And the people coming into this country illegally are being funded. And we have, like I said, time and time again, we have homeless on the streets. We have homeless veterans. We have single mothers. We have all these other issues going on in this country, and we're sending all the money, all our money overseas. We're borrowing money first off to send money overseas, what makes absolutely no sense. This is crazy. If your house is raggedy and basically falling down, would you take out a loan to fix your neighbor's roof when your own house is falling apart? Of course not. So this makes absolutely no sense. I'm glad Speaker Johnson finally woke up, finally got some balls, and said that we're not gonna fund this stupid Ukraine war anymore. But so we're gonna talk a little bit about it. This is gonna be a short one. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from Just the News from Charlotte Hazard. Love that last name. And she reports that House Speaker Mike Johnson said in an article released Friday that he doesn't have the desire to send any more money to Ukraine as the presidential election gets closer. Quote, "I don't have an appetite for further Ukraine funding, and I hope it's not necessary," Johnson said in an exclusive interview with Punch Bowl News. Necessary? Why would it be necessary? When we have people struggling here. We could take that money and actually put it towards protecting our own borders. But, quote, "If President Trump wins, I believe that he actually can bring the conflict to a close. I really do. I think he'll call Putin and tell him that this is enough." Punch Bowl did an interview with Johnson where he was asked about his role as speaker and what the future holds for the GOP conference. Johnson said that if Vice President Kamala Harris wins the presidency, he doubts that the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine will end. I can say it will not end. That's why the military-industrial complex is for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is another warmonger, but I'll say it like this. She has to play both. She has to play kind of both sides. She has to be pro-war and anti-war at the same time, because people on the far left do not want are not warmongers. So she is a warmonger, but she is pro-war, but she has to hide it because of her because of the far left. But they know, the military-industrial complex know that Kamala Harris would support the continue ongoing war. That's why the military-industrial complex support Kamala Harris. But quote, "So whatever the terms are, I'm not sure, but I think if Kamala Harris is president, I don't think it ends, and that's a desperate and dangerous scenario," he said. Johnson has gotten flack in the past from Republicans in the Freedom Caucus, and rightfully so, when he approved spending bills that funded the ongoing war in Ukraine. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene even tried to oust him over the issue. I mean, we put Johnson in thinking that it'll be different, and it hasn't been different. He's been continuing the same old stupid policies that's running our country into the ground. But y'all, let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.